The World Baseball Classic is live. I had to get on as soon as possible. A 3-run home run just happened seconds ago. The score you see there, 1-0, that is not correct. It's 3-1 right now. Australia just hit an absolute bomb of a home run, and now they lead this baseball game 3-1 in the top of the first inning. That it was an absolute mistake pitch. The pitcher, once he saw that ball leave the bat, he put his head down. He already knew what was coming. Wow. Well, I'm Sammy. High expectations. I'm back. Still a little sick, but nevertheless here for one more game of the World Baseball Classic. Let us go into the game a little bit more. And when we get a break, we're going to go more. So there's 2 outs in the top of the first inning. We got Andra pitching for the Czech Republic. Let me put his pitch count there real fast. He is at 41 pitches. Again, everything you see, the effects, we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube. All these effects, it's things that I manage by myself. And bear with me because it's going to get better little by little. So right now, the count is 2-1. Yeah, you could see the pitcher's face. He knew it. He knew it was gone. They just gave a replay of that. So it's 3-1. Australia's up. Here's the pitch. It is lined and it's going to be caught, and that's going to end the inning. But the damage is done. What a huge inning for Australia. They went down 1-0, but immediately they responded, and now they lead this World Baseball Classic. This is Australia's second game. They are 1-0, and this is Czechia's second game. They are 0-1. They lost about 12, 15 hours ago. They played their first game. Sound is good? Sound is good. I got the okay from my beautiful wife. And we are here. I know my nose is a little stuffy, but hey, nevertheless, we are here live for one more day. And I'm going to throw this out there right away. There's a good chance I'm not going to do the full game, but I had to make sure to at least be here for a portion, even if it's for 2, 3, 4, 5 innings. As you hear me, I'm very sick, and we know tomorrow, Friday, is going to be the epic day. I know for Australia, let me check here the time for people that are in Australia. Let me check there. What time is it in Australia? Right now in Australia, it's already Friday. It's 2:46 p.m. in Australia. So for all of you, it's Friday. Here in Toronto, Canada, where I'm at now, Toronto time, New York time, it is 10:47 p.m. still Thursday. But in some hours, 5 in the morning, we got Japan, the reigning champions, defending champions first game. We got a marathon of baseball. My last live, which I did yesterday, I did the first game. We did, we went over all the games. So Friday, there's gonna be a ton of games. I believe in Australia, it'll already be Saturday, but here in Toronto, Eastern time, New York time, it will be Friday, and we got we got we got a lot of good games. So I invite you all, leave your like, leave your comment, subscribe. This is something that I'm gonna be doing throughout the World Baseball Classic, live streaming many of the games you see here. This is my Instagram. If you ever want to talk, I have one person reach out to me about interested in doing a collab. If you ever want to talk, you want to reach out, you can reach me there on Instagram. You're watching me now either on YouTube or Instagram, depending on where you're at. But you're going to see in a few more my TikTok. You're going to see my Facebook, on my YouTube, my Instagram. I have ways to reach me, email. So I'm here. The game's back on. First pitch flied. That's 1 pitch, 1 out. Quick 1 out. Look, I love baseball, and let's talk strategy right now. Australia, definitely they have the advantage now. I mean, they're up 3-1. That's a big, a mistake pitch that was given up for the 3-run homer. But they just scored 3 runs, Australia. If there's one thing that kind of frustrates me, is swinging at the first pitch and making 1 out. 2 pitches already, 2 strikes. Well, 1 strike, and we have, already 1 out. Shout out to everybody. It says here on YouTube we have 8 people watching. Maybe you're watching us in different parts of the world. Leave a comment with where you're from, where you're watching us from. And I'm in Toronto, Canada right now. The pitch is off. Fly it up. So let's just go from that. 4 pitches, 2 outs. I don't like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that you got to take every pitch. I'm not saying that. But you just gave up a 3 spot. The last thing you want to do is get 2 outs in 4 pitches. Now your pitcher is about to come back out. And now Australia, if they don't put together a rally, it's going to make it worse. Henderson deals. First pitch, strike 1. Right down the middle. And this is the second ever baseball game that I live stream. And it's ironic. Here's the pitch. It's up high. So it's 1-1. It's ironic because though I've been preparing for this for more than a month that I was going to do this. Here's another pitch. Strike 2. I've been preparing for this for more than a month, getting myself ready for these games to live stream, to present. And two days, a day before my live stream, I get under the weather, my nose. But I wasn't going to let that stop me from doing what I had to do. So we're here. Hendrickson is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. That ball's hit pretty well, and that ball's going to land in fair territory. All right, there we go. Here we go from the Czech Republic. They're going to have a 2-out double. That's what I'm talking about right there, keeping it going. Look, I like, this at-bat went, a 3-4 pitch at-bat. Look, I know baseball, it's a part of the game swinging at the first pitch. I know that. Blah. I know it's a part of the first game. Part of the game. But you can't afford to get 2 outs in 4 pitches, because we're talking about now you're helping the Australia's pitcher. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. You're helping Australia's pitcher. You're not helping your pitcher, and you're demoralizing your offense in a type of way. 2 outs, 4 pitches. It's messing with the momentum, because you just lost the momentum. Here we go. That's outside 1-1. So we are here. We're doing these live streams, and it's an absolute privilege to be able to do them. I see Matthew joined there on Instagram. Shout out to Matthew there. So I have right now is 1-1. Hendrickson deals. That's a good pitch, but that's outside. 2-1 is the count. And my lovely wife, she's gonna get me some soup in a few minutes. I don't want to drink the soup live, so I'm probably gonna have to wait till I get off. But 2-1 count. Here's the pitch from Hendrickson. Grounded to the first baseman under his glove. Is it the race with the pitcher? He got him. What a job by the pitcher to cover, though. What a job by the pitcher to cover. We are going to the top of the 4th inning, and that was a really, really good job right there. Really, really good job to cover and to make sure to be there. So, the thing about the World Baseball Classic is that, it's so many different teams, and I've done a lot. I've tried to, do a lot to show as much as I can about what it is that's going on. So let me go here really fast. I'm going to show you some rules. You see the locations. It's happening in 4 different places: San Juan, Houston, Tokyo, Miami. For the first round, which is the first round's happening now. The World Baseball Classic just started yesterday. We got the quarterfinals, Houston, Miami, just in the USA. Then we got the semifinals and championship game just in Miami. Why only Miami? Look, the World Baseball Classic, from my understanding, this is originated by the MLB. And the MLB is based in the US. So, that's why it's in a US country. But why in Miami? The weather. There are still some places in the US where the weather is really bad, and you're not going to be able to play high quality baseball in those conditions. So pitch limits, first round 65 pitches, every pitcher. So starters, they have 4 or 5 innings unless they're absolutely dealing, getting outs in, they're getting innings of 5 pitches outs. Then they're not going to really go deep into games. Quarterfinals, 80 pitches, semi and championship game, 95 pitches. How to advance? The first round is round robin. There's 20 teams. I'm going to show you the 20 teams in a few moments. From those 20 teams, we are going to have 20 is going to turn to 8. The top 2 teams from each pool. Then from the last 8, as you see there, the rest of the tournament is going to be single elimination. Early termination rule after 5 innings. If a team is leading by 15, game is dead. Mercy rule. After 7 innings, leading by 10, game is over, mercy rule. They're doing this to protect the pitchers in a type of way as well, which you can appreciate that. And, let me go here and show you really fast some of the pictures really fast. The records of these teams. These are not updated based on, this is coming in to this World Baseball Classic. This is not updated with, for example, Australia won yesterday, so Australia is 6-12 now. Their record's not updated. Republic lost. Czechia, sorry, they are 1-3 now. So that's where we're at now. The game is back on. First pitch, swinging, fouled out of play, and it is a strike. No balls, one strike. Ondra is still in the game for the Czech Republic. I'm saying Czech Republic or Czechia, but the pronunciation Czechia is really difficult for me. But here's the pitch. Strike two in there, and it's an 0-2 count. And we're going there next for the next pitch. We're waiting for it. So you see the teams there below as well in pool play. So, you're having the opportunity to see right there. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I'm really excited for tomorrow, Friday. I'm talking about the U.S., Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be great tomorrow, Friday. Here is the pitch. That's hit. Fairly shallow territory. The left fielder's calling it. He got it. That is going to be 1 out to start off the top of the 4th inning. Again, Australia is listening to this game. And let's throw this out there. I know that maybe some people are joining the channel and they're like, damn, I thought that this was a link where I could actually see the physical game. Who's this guy? I don't know. And I get that. Look, to watch the game is a lot better than to maybe hear this, at least for some people. But what I will say on this page, here's the pitch. Strike 1. On this page, you're going to get energy. I'm sick right now. I don't feel the best, but I'm going to give you energy. I'm going to give you the best that I got. And these are not even my teams. Imagine when the U.S. Puerto Rico plays. It's going to be even better. Here's the pitch from Ondra. That ball's hit pretty well. It is going to be off the wall. Bounces and hits the wall to the left fielder. It is going to be a 1-out double for Australia. So they got something brewing again. And this is where I went back to last inning. I didn't like Czechia, 4 pitches, 2 outs. I don't like that. You're killing the momentum. I'm not sitting here saying you can never swing at the first pitch, but I'm the type of person, look, have I swung at the first pitch? Of course. But I will say this. I don't always like swinging at the first pitch because you have to read the game. So that's how I see it. That's how I perceive the game. Reading the game. We got a mound visit right now, so I'll be able to talk a little more. I like reading the game. I don't like when, we got a pitching chain as well. So we got a new pitcher coming in, so we got some time. We could talk a little bit. I don't like where, you put that, you swing first pitch, you make an out. And look, again, it's baseball. We're going to swing at the first pitch. It's going to happen. But now Australia has the momentum. They're looking to get more runs. And Czechia was hitting quick. It was a quick half inning for them. So that type of stuff kills momentum. And look, Czechia to start, they're a team. If they're in the World Baseball Classic, that means that they're good enough to be in the World Baseball Classic. But we cannot sit here and say that they're an electric team, a team that they're going to be able to have home run, star power. They don't have that. So I was making this comment yesterday. Some teams, because there's many ways to win baseball games. Many ways to win baseball games. Some teams are going to have to understand, for you to win these baseball games, you're going to have to play small ball. You're going to have to play good baseball. You're going to have to put some bunts down. You're going to have to use your speed. You're going to have to play good defense. Your pitchers, they're not going to be able to, strike everybody out. Some people are going to hit the ball hard. But some of these teams, they got to be able to play baseball in a different way. That's the only chance of winning, because they don't have that star power. They don't have those superstar players. They don't have those home run hitters. So, that's what I wanted to go to. Shout out to everybody. It says on Instagram, it says on YouTube, we have 7 people. On Instagram, we had Anna Rosa, 19 joined. We had Matthew Baseball 10. He joined as well. I appreciate those of you supporting. We are live on YouTube, Instagram, and this is something I'm going to be doing. You're there on YouTube. Leave your comment. Who do you think is going to win? What do you think is going to be the score? What game are you looking for the most? And I'm going to take a moment. Let me see here. I won't do my bracket winner, but I set up my bracket. As I mentioned, there's 20 teams in the World Baseball Classic. From the 20, it's going to go to 8 pitches. And they're showing something on the TV right now. If a pitcher throws 50 plus pitches, they need 4 days rest. 30 plus pitches, 1 day rest. So the reason that they stopped him there, he's pretty much at that limit. He needs 4 days rest now for those 50 pitches. So we got Andrej Santoria pitching. 1-1 count. And he's played with in the EXL with the Arrows, Ostrava. These are teams I've never even heard of before. But I'm learning something new today, you know? Pitch. That ball's hit pretty well. That ball may go. That ball's... Oh, just missed it. Just missed. Get the ball in. What are you doing? Whoa, I've seen 2 things that have caught my attention. It's a 2 outs, run against the third. He caught the ball in deep one. Look, he was probably going to make it there regardless. But the outfielder caught the ball and he acted. His body language, he didn't catch it in the most easy way. He caught it in a difficult way. But he didn't have an urgency to get it in, and he got to third easily. So that's not good. I remember, let's see the pitch, and we're going to talk about this after. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. There was a game in the MLB where a runner was at home. Runner was at second base, and a runner is in the center fielder got the ball hit there. We're going to talk about it. And here's the pitch. Nice pitch. Strike 2. So the runner was at second base. If I'm not mistaken, this runner passed away as well. You know, rest in peace. I'm not sure what's the name of the runner, but rest in peace. He's with the Royals. Let's look at this last pitch, and we're going to go from it right there. Here's the pitch, or quick pitch. Low in the dirt. Misses 1-2. So he was at second base. The center fielder caught it nonchalantly, threw the ball in, took his time, caught it. The runner from second base, fast runner, scored all the way home. Here's the pitch. 2-1, low, wasn't even close. 2-2, sorry. So that he caught it. And he just yesterday in the game, I saw one of the players, the second baseman, with his hands up calling I got it and pointing to the shortstop, go to second base. I've never seen that before. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Ooh, good pitch. Got him. Strike 3. That's going to do it for the inning. We are going to go now to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Czechia, they are looking to get something going. They're looking to get back into this baseball game. Look, if you are joining, maybe you're joining for a minute, maybe you're looking to watch the actual physical game. I'm not able to show it now. We know that I don't have permission to show it. I mean, I don't have permission to show it, but I will give energy, the best play-by-play I can give, and let's go into it. So I want to go right now. We're in a commercial break. It's 3-1. Australia's up, bottom of the 4th inning, and I want to go into the 8 teams that I believe are gonna make it. And this, I'm gonna go with my teams that I think are gonna make it, and I will tell you teams that I would like to make it, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. So let us go here really fast. You see it there. So these are my 8 teams that I think are gonna make it. I believe USA, Canada, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Japan, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, and Korea. These 8 teams, that's my prediction, they will make it. Now, I'm looking at the teams that have the reputation. For example, the US, this is arguably their best roster they've ever put out there. And same can be said about Canada. This is the best roster Canada's probably putting out there in the World Baseball Classic. Puerto Rico, they are missing Lindor. They're missing some key players, but they got the home field advantage. They're going to be playing in front of their crowd all 4 games, and that's amazing. Mexico, always known for baseball. Their division is, with the U.S., Italy, and can I be honest? I would love to see Great Britain make it. Nothing against Mexico, nothing against Italy, nothing against, who's the other one that's in it? Is it Cuba? Excuse me, Brazil, excuse me. Eu falo poco portugués. Y también mi español, yo hablo un poquito de español. Un poquito, no mucho, más. Muchas personas dicen que mi español está bien, más. So, I would love to see Great Britain make it. Now that's where I believe it will be Mexico though. Now the next round, Japan, I believe they will make it versus Venezuela. And then the last round, I believe Dominican Republic and Korea. And I chose Korea over Australia. But look, there's a good chance Australia can make it. Australia wins this game, they're putting themselves in a really good position. Because, all right, let's think of it like this. Let's think of it like this. The game is back on. I'm gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this. The game is back on, and I'm gonna keep at that point about Australia, who they're playing right now. And by the way, Australia has a new pitcher in the game. It's a foul ball strike. Oh, 1-1. That ball's outside. So they have a new pitcher in the game. And, you know, the World Baseball Classic, they're showing some stats there from 2023. That's a little dribbler. It's gonna go foul. So this is 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Australia, I'm gonna fully probably, if I could get it now, I'll say it. But if not, during the break. But look, Australia wins this game. They put themselves in a good situation. Why I say good situation? They beat Chinese Taipei. If they beat Czechia, all they need to do is beat either Japan or Korea, and they're in. Pretty much. That's pretty much what it comes down to. We're gonna talk about that in a few. Here's the pitch. That's low. Because, all right, if they beat Korea, that means that the best record Korea can have is 3-1. If they beat Japan, now that's saying Australia has to win this game. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. That is hit over the head of the shortstop, and Czechia has a runner on base, a leadoff single. Let's go, Czechia. Look, I cannot sit here and say I'm rooting for any of these teams, but I love to see good baseball. I love to see entertaining baseball. So I would love to see some drama. Last night we saw some drama. It got interesting, but fell short. But Australia wins this game. They're gonna be 2-0. So if they go to 2-0, from 2-0, and let me see something here really fast. Let me see here. Let me put that there real fast. I'm gonna actually put the records. There you go. You see the records now on the live stream. Here's the pitch. First pitch fouled away, and it is a strike. So you see it there. I just put the records of both of these teams, and let us see here. Okay, let's see the pitch here coming. Here's the pitch. Tough pitch. Got jammed. Shortstop has it easily. 1 away. Tough pitch right there to swing at. 1 out. Approach matters in baseball. But, Australia, if they win this game, they're 2-0. All they have to do is win 1 more game. And unless I'm confused, they will own the tiebreaker over the team that they beat. And they will be in it. Now, if Australia wins these 2, but they lose to Korea and he's stealing. He got it. Stolen base. Nice. Good job. Stolen base is going to be a strike. But if they win, it's so many different scenarios. But this is what I think is going to happen. If you're watching, wherever you're watching us from, leave your comment. Leave your prediction. You got a pretty good jump there. Good throw. A little high. Yeah, maybe a good throw could have made it closer. But, man, that's a nice camera angle. They have a camera right in front of second base. A pitch to hit. Could have driven that pitch, hit to center. 2 outs. Oh my gosh. 2 away now. So Czechia, they have a man in scoring position. Can they get this run in? Can they get the runner in? Can they get him to score? Let us see here. As an apology for hitting him with a pitch, Team Japan pitcher Roki Saki gifted Czech Republic's William Escala with 2 giant bags of candy, because he hit him. Wow. Here's the pitch right here. That ball's inside. 1 ball, no strike. So Australia, look, this is a big game for them. These games, literally, you lose 1 game, that could be the difference. Like Czechia, look, we're going to talk about them as well. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss outside 2-0. Look, you lose 1 game, we're already talking about you're probably going to be eliminated. That is hit right to the second base. Jog it, come on. I mean, run it out. Inning over. Czechia does not score. We are going to the top of the 5th inning. Australia is leading 3-1. Shout out to everybody that's on Instagram. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube joining us for this live stream here of the World Baseball Classic. You can see the teams that are all below. Those are teams that are there. So, Czechia, look. Czechia is in a position, if they lose this, are they mathematically eliminated? No, they are not. But Czechia at 2-2, it's very difficult to see them making it to the next round, because if they lose to Australia, Australia's 2-0. They will be, if let's say Australia lost out both games, they'll be 2-2. Czechia won both of their games, and Czechia hasn't played Korea or Japan yet. So look, Czechia's in a position where this is a playoff game for them. Every game is a playoff game, but they need to muster some life and find a way to win this game to keep their hopes alive. That's all you can hope for. Keep your hopes alive. You lose this game, again, they are not they actually may be mathematically eliminated. But you lose this game, you're putting yourself in a tough predicament. So let me go back to my bracket. Here, I'm saying there, we got the USA, we got and in the last round of the 8, Dominican Republic versus Korea. So you see there, I see USA and Puerto Rico making it to the next round. USA and Canada will be a nice round, nice matchup to see. Puerto Rico, Mexico, Japan, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Korea. I see in the next round it being USA, Puerto Rico, Japan, and Dominican Republic. That's my guess. That's my prediction. Now, in the in the finals, my prediction is USA and Dominican Republic. I want to say USA and Japan so they could get a rematch, but I believe it's going to be USA and Dominican Republic. These two teams, it's going to be Juan Soto versus Aaron Judge. These two teams, I don't know. There's just something I just believe that these two teams are going to make it happen this year. Here's the pitch. That ball's outside. So we're back. I'm going to tell you the winner after. We're back. And it's top of the 5th inning. 1-0 count. Here's the next pitch. That is high. 2-0 for the Australia pitcher. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's on Instagram. You're tuning in. You're checking out these games for the World Baseball Classic. We're here. Here's the pitch. That's up high. 3-0. If you're Czech Republic, you Czechia, you cannot be walking people. You gotta fill in the strike zone right now. So 3-0 right now. If you're the hitter, you cannot swing right now. Here's the pitch. Not even close. 4-pitch walk. And there is now a runner on first base. So look, it's, as I'm saying, Czechia, they're in this position. They're playing for their lives right now in terms of this playoff game. In terms of this tournament, they can't afford to lose this game. They need to win this. They need to win this baseball game. So let's go here. Here's the pitch. That ball's inside, 1-0. So he hasn't thrown a strike this inning yet. The pitcher is Canelli. That's the hitter. Satoria is the pitcher. 13 pitches so far in this game he's thrown. Here's the next pitch. Oh, generous call from the umpire. He gets his first strike of the inning. 1-1. Satoria versus Canelli, the 9-hitter. We're waiting for the pitch now. World Baseball Classic is here, and I am extremely excited. He took quick pickoff, doesn't get him. So, look, both of these teams are in two opposite positions. Australia winning this game puts themselves in a really good position. Czechia losing this game puts themselves in a really bad position. That's the pitch. You have a double play ball right there. That's 1. And they got 2. Double play. Erase that runner. We got 2 outs. Pitcher's best friend. 2 outs. Czechia has a huge double play right there to get some momentum back right there. They're the home team. So they got bottom 5, bottom 6, bottom 7, bottom 8, bottom 9. They got to make something happen. Right back to the pitcher. Nice play showing a replay. turns it, double play. Way to go. Okay, so Satoria, and they're doing the pitch clock. Here's the pitch. That is a little dribbler to the shortstop, and it's going to be another easy play, a quick inning. So if you're Czechia, huge inning, huge opportunity, and they set down the Australian lineup really, really fast. So now we're at a commercial break. So look, this is who I believe will be in the final 8. This is my prediction. Can I guarantee it? Of course not. But this is what I think. This is my prediction of what's going to happen in the 8th round, or in the final 8 teams in the World Baseball Classic. From 20, I'll show you the 20 teams. You see the matchups I have there. Let me show you my 20 teams here. These are the all-time records, not including this 2026 World Baseball Classic. Australia now is 6-12. Czechia is 1-2. Korea, where's Korea at? Where's their record? South Korea is now 18-9. So Chinese Taipei is 5-13. So the records are not 100% updated, but these are the all-time records for these teams. So it's really, really big, and it's really, really good. So I'm gonna come back here really fast, and I want to call out, it's a commercial break right now. We are in a journey right now, a journey to reach my first 1,000 subs on YouTube, my first 1,000 subs. And I would like to motivate you. If you're watching, wherever you're watching from, you can leave a like, share, subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. You see here my Instagram. If you want to check out my Instagram page, you can check it out there. But your support is greatly appreciated. Let me even check. Let me see an update. How many do we have? Any other followers? So we got one more follower from what we see there. And hey, I've been saying it. Look, one a day is not one a day. I'm trying to reach this goal by March 15th. We got literally 10 days left, and it's possible. The power of the internet is unbelievable. But what I will say here is that, hey, I'm not going to despise 1 follower, 2 followers, 3 followers. I'm appreciative. But I would like to motivate you. On this page, very soon, we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing, I'm looking for sponsors, people that are going to help with giveaways, people that are going to be able to be sponsored on this page. And it's things that we're going to be able to do for what? To tell you, higher expectations, that you can make it. So like, share, subscribe, and feel free. We're going to be doing a lot of baseball in this page, a lot of sports in general. And I hope you will be a part of this journey. All right. So the game is back on. Let us go here. Second pitch, hit to the shortstop, hit really hard. 1 out. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. And I understand, but my goodness, it's not easy. Czechia, they're in a position right now where they're in a really, really tough position now, and they really gotta, make some things happen, because if not, they're in really, really big trouble. So there's 1 out to start off this inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. We got Win versus Prejda right now. Win is at 15 pitches now in this game. First pitch misses. It's a ball, 1-0. Okay. Here is the next pitch. That ball's hit well. That ball is going to be caught by the right fielder. Hey, look, Czechia's hitting the ball really hard. They are. I'm not even going to sit here and say otherwise. They're hitting the baseball hard. They just happen to be hitting it right to somebody. Every time they're hitting the ball, they just keep hitting it right to somebody. And, in baseball, that's the worst thing you could do. Hit the ball. You can hit the ball hard. You can hit the ball as hard as you want. It's going to be bad. In football, you want the ball to come towards you pretty much all times. You want the ball coming your way. In baseball, if you're playing defense, the offensive team, you want to hit it where they're not at. So we got 2 outs, quick 2 outs right now. And that ball's first pitch swinging, and it's going to be another quick inning. Wow. Another quick inning, 3 outs, and Czechia, they are swinging the bats and not holding back. And look, I get it. You got usually the first pitch is the best pitch. I get it. But we're talking about you're swinging at the first pitch and you're not building anything. They're hitting the ball hard, don't get me wrong, but they're not, let me take a break there. The Astros Pena fractures fingertips, will miss the World Baseball Classic. That's a big miss there for the Dominican Republic. I'm not sure who's going to come there. The Reds ace Green to have an MRI on his stiff right elbow. Ex-Pirate star McCutcheon joins the Rangers. Wow. Braves Sans Profar, someone's gonna step up. My gosh. And look at this World Baseball Classic. The US listed as World Baseball Classic favorite, WBC, with Japan in the chase. That's interesting right there. Vertigo symptoms delay McClain's arrival for World Baseball Classic. Reports Phillies Rojas to fight possible drug ban. So that right there is absolutely, it's unbelievable the things that are going on around baseball. So in case you're tuning in, like, share, leave your comment, subscribe wherever you're watching this baseball game from. Maybe you're in Australia right now watching this. Maybe you're in the Czech Republic. Maybe you're in the US. Maybe you're in Canada. Maybe you're in Korea, Tokyo. I don't know. Wherever you're at, I motivate you. Like, share, subscribe. You being a part of this live means everything. My name is Sammy. You see here, Higher Expectation Sports is the channel on Instagram. YouTube, Higher Expectation Sports Talk. And this is what the page is about. Motivating you, telling you you can make it, and doing sports. Live streaming sports, talking about sports. And speaking about sports, tomorrow, Friday, is the big day. I'm in Toronto right now. In Toronto, it's still Thursday, 11:21 p.m. 11:21 p.m. So I know in Australia, let me double check. In Australia, it's already 3:21 p.m. Friday. Like they're how many hours is ahead is that? That's what 14 hours? 14 hours ahead of us. Like that's big. So they're ahead of us by a lot. So you guys are already on Friday. For you, it'll all be Saturday if you're in Australia. But here in Toronto, New York time, Vancouver, Friday is the marathon we all been waiting for. The innings back on. Australia's up to bat. First pitch is low. It's a ball. Here's the next pitch. Ha! Threw him a hanger. Strike one. And Satoria is still in this baseball game pitching pretty good. He's stabilized. And Czechia needs some runs. They need some runs right now. Here's the next pitch. That ball's hit foul out of play. Strike two. 1-2 is the count. They're showing right now the pitch sequence of Andra, the 3-run home run that was given up, which changed this game. He threw him a pitch that a mistake pitch. But you give credit to the hitter as well. Here's the next pitch. Lined foul ball. Towards the third baseman. Count's going to stay 1-2. It says right now we have 11 people on YouTube. Shout out to all of you. On Instagram, we had Anna Rosa, Matthew Baseball. YouTube, it doesn't show you who's watching. I would be great if it could, but it doesn't. But shout out to all of you that are watching. Here's the next pitch. In the dirt. 2-2. Shout out to all of you that are watching. I appreciate if you're tuning in, if you're going to stay with me for the whole time that I'm live, if you're here just for a minute, 2 minutes, it don't matter. You're here. I appreciate the support. Here's the next pitch. 2-2. Pitch clock is down to 3. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. Full count. I'm very sick from this past days. It's amazing. I've been preparing for this World Baseball Classic for full count. My bad. I've been preparing for this World Baseball Classic for more than a month. And I get sick a day before it happened. Unbelievable. The next pitch, nice pitch. Fouled. That's going to get out of territory, though. Foul ball. And we're going to do it again with a full count. So shout out to all of you that are on YouTube. I wish I could see who was here watching, but you're here. Leave your comment. Leave the flag of the country of who you think is going to win the World Baseball Classic. What is your predictions? What matchup are you looking most up for? Who do you want to win? Leave that in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Let us see here the next pitch. It's a full count. The pitch is off. Hit to the shortstop. Nice play. And he makes it. Inning. That's one out right there. So nice play right there. look, Czechia, they're playing good baseball. We cannot sit here now. They lost badly to Korea. This, Korea won 11-4 with their power. Korea's on they've been having letdowns the last few World Baseball Classics, and for sure they're trying to redeem themselves. So, let's see. Let's see if they can do it, but they're off to a good start. So, Australia, here's the next pitch. That's going to miss low 1-0. Australia being in this game, Australia wins this game. It's going to set up when they play uh Japan and Korea to be epic. Here's the next pitch. Ha! Strike one. It's a 1-1 count, and the pitcher Satoria is at 26 pitches. Again, my name is Sammy. I'm here in Toronto, Canada. We are doing this live stream. We're going to be doing many live streams. Here's the next pitch. Fouled away. 1-2. We're going to be doing many live streams for the World Baseball Classic, and I'm really excited because it's going to give me an opportunity to meet, to talk, to have new experiences. And baseball is my number one sport, and it just means a lot to be able to do this. Here's the next pitch. That's gonna miss 2-2. And the thing, all right, right now we have 7 on YouTube. We have on Instagram, we had 2. So a lot of people, when they go to their journey, they're like, but a lot of people are not gonna be watching. Here's the next pitch. Strike 3. Got him. That's gonna be the second out of the inning. That was a filthy pitch. 2 away for Czechia. A lot of people say, but I'm gonna be doing a live stream, but how many people are gonna watch? What if nobody watches? Like, so what? I had to make a decision. I'm not gonna do this just because I want people to watch only. Of course I want people to watch. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. 1-0. Of course I want people to watch. Of course I would love to have 1,000, 10,000 people. Of course. I would love to have people that support and like my work. I would love that. Here's the pitch. 1-0. That ball's hit well. Way back over the center fielder's head. One bounce hits the wall. He gets it. He's going to get it in quickly, but it's going to be a 2-out double. That ball was hit really, really well. And Australia, they have themselves an opportunity to get some more runs to add on to this lead. It's still a game. And look, it's a 3-1 game. At the beginning of this live stream, I did say that there's a chance that I wouldn't finish the whole game, but I got to be honest with you. I may actually finish the whole game. The reason why, in Toronto, New York time, the next game, which is going to be, let me go to ESPN real fast. I'm going to go to ESPN. So, let me see here. World Baseball Classic. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. World Baseball Classic. Where we at? World Baseball Classic. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put the schedule. I'm going to talk about that right now. Let me see this pitch here right now from Satoria versus Dale. Here's the next pitch. It's going to miss low. 1-1. The next tomorrow, Friday, because again, it's 11:27 p.m. in Toronto, New York time, where I'm currently at right now. So here's the next pitch. A hanger. A pitch to destroy. He missed it. Friday, and literally in 5 hours and a half, Japan will be playing Chinese Taipei, and Japan is the world champions, and I really would love to do their first game. But for me to be back here in 4 hours, 5 hours, it's gonna be really tough. I'm not gonna lie, especially being sick. Here's the next pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Now, if I wasn't sick, it was gonna be tough for me because I love to sleep. I'm a deep sleeper. Now, being sick, oh my god. But break night. What if I break night? Damn, I'm talking about doing a marathon tomorrow. I'm a break night. Oh, and then Saturday's another marathon. That ball's flied into the sky. Shortstop's calling it. Oh, the left fielder comes. Whoa, lack of communication, but the shortstop makes the play. That's gonna do it. We're gonna go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Czechia is looking to get some runs to get back into this ball game. Let's get themselves a lead. So that's the Kawhi Leonard laugh, just in case you haven't. I really want to do more stuff on my live stream. I really want to make my live stream better, but at the same time, copyright. I want to be as authentic as possible, and me as possible without having issues with copyright strikes. That's why I'm not showing the game. I know a way where I can put the game here on screen, but I don't want to deal with copyright issues. I don't want to have that issue. So, shout out to all of you that are here, that you are watching me on YouTube so far. It shows we've had 232 people tune in. So right now, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. This game is going to go at least another 45 minutes. We're talking about when it finishes. If I sleep at 12:30 midnight, I'm gonna have to be up in 4 hours, 4:30, because I'm gonna wake up at 4:30 to get myself ready. I'm gonna have to shower immediately to wake up and do the game, and then it's gonna be tough. But the reason why I was considering not to finish this whole game, and maybe like if this game were to become a blowout, I would definitely cut it off. But it's still a good game. It's still a close game, so I'm really leaning towards staying here. I don't want to go away because I'm here. I'm here for this. This World Baseball Classic. I'm Sammy. I'm from Toronto. I'm currently a baseball coach. That's been a privilege. I'm playing on two baseball teams. One is in a dome, short league, men's league, and another men's league that we're gonna be playing in the summer. So baseball has been full circle a part of my life. Now adding this, doing live streams, is absolutely epic for me, and you have no idea how happy it is for me to do. You see these 20 teams, these 20 countries at the bottom on the ticker, and the fact that I'm going to be able to cover these 20 teams, do games, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and you guys have no idea how excited I am. So leave your comments, like, share, subscribe, and we're gonna be here. If, for example, we're on a commercial break right now. Let me go here to the game. So the 5 a.m. game. Look, the game is back on. Game is back on right now. Here's the first pitch. Ha! Strike one, and Australia has a new pitcher in. Townsend is in the game. His first pitch. Look, Australia, they're in a good position right now. They need to win this ball game. If they win this ball game, they're in a good position. Here's the next pitch, fouled behind, 0-2. So tomorrow, 5 a.m. is the first game. I want to do that game. But then, okay, we're going to go to it after this pitch here. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Is it going to get out of play? First baseman has a beat on it. He got it. One away. That is the first out. So 3 pitches, 1 out already. I mean, you can understand that a little better. They're showing the replay of Czechia with kind of a miscommunication with the shortstop and left fielder. Almost collided, but fortunately they didn't. So tomorrow, 5 a.m., Japan versus Chinese Taipei. I want to do that game. Then 11 a.m., this is New York, Toronto time. Cuba versus Panama. I don't think I'm going to do that game. It's pretty sure thing I won't do the 11 a.m. Cuba and Panama game. 12 p.m. Venezuela versus Netherlands. It's also pretty confident I won't do that game. Here's the pitch. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 is the count. So, Mexico, Great Britain at 1 p.m. New York, Toronto time. It's also another thing. I don't think I'm going to do that game realistically. I don't see me doing that. But for sure, from 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., we got a lot of good games. So here's the pitch. That ball is hit fairly well, but the center fielder has it under it. Easy play, 2 away. So look, this is one thing I've noticed. Czechia's innings are going really, really fast. I mean, they are going up and they are going down. They're hitting the ball. We give that. They're hitting the ball hard. They just keep hitting the ball to where everybody's at. And you can't win like that. So they got 2 outs. Townsend versus Cervenka. Here's the pitch. That's gonna miss low, 1-0. So 6 p.m. Puerto Rico versus Colombia. I will be live streaming that game. 7 p.m. Nicaragua versus Dominican Republic. Here's the pitch. Inside, way inside, 2-0. 8 p.m. for sure, USA versus Brazil. Those 3 games I'm going to be live streaming. I'm going to be starting and I'm going to be going back and forth. But once the USA game starts, I'll be predominantly on that game. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit pretty well, but it's going to go foul. It's 2-1 2-1's the count. USA without a doubt. So, if I do the 5 a.m. game, I have a few things to do throughout the day. So that's why it's a little tough for me. But then at night, tomorrow, 10 p.m., Czechia versus Chinese Taipei. I don't think I will do that game tomorrow night. I don't think so. That game for sure is an elimination game. I mean, for sure. This is an elimination game right here. So, Czechia needs to find a way to do something. They need some runs. It's just the reality. They need to win this game. They lose this game, it's pretty much over. It's just a guarantee. The only way they can make it if they lose, Japan will have to absolutely go 1-3, which a lot of people don't see that. And Korea, you can say the same. Korea is gonna have to go 1-3 as well, which you don't see that happening. That's low. Yeah, you don't see that happening. So 1-0 is 3-1's the count. Sorry. Yeah. Look, if I'm Czechia right now, 3-1, you got the green light, of course. You work the count. Ah, fouled away. Strike 2. You got the green light to swing, but they need base runners. They need to get the tying run to the plate. So tomorrow, then Saturday, we got the first game of Canada, which 11 a.m. I'll be back. But I'm planning to do Korea and Japan. Ooh, 5 a.m. Saturday morning, New York, Toronto time. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. The inning is over. Oh, boy, we're going to the 7th inning now. Czechia only has 3 hits up to this part of the game. Only 3 hits. On YouTube, we have had 272 people join this live stream at one point. I appreciate every single one of you for being a part of it. So let me go here really fast. I'm going to show you the previous champions of the World Baseball Classic. Let me go here really fast. Excuse me. So you see it there in 2023. Japan won the World Baseball Classic. In 2017, the USA won the World Baseball Classic. 2013, it was the Dominican Republic. 2009, 2006, it was the repeat champions, Japan. So, Japan's looking to go back to back again to be the first team ever to win 4 champions. And look, a lot of teams have something to say about it, but we're going to have to see what's going to happen right there. We're going to have to see. You can see all the teams that are inside of the World Baseball Classic, and you can see that this is going to be a good one. Let me even go here really fast. For those of you that don't know, now, can this change? It can change, but the thing is a good chance that Tarek Skubal's only gonna pitch one game in this World Baseball Classic. Only one game. We're on a commercial break, by the way. That's what he said. I'm pitching one game and I'm gonna go back with my team, which I can understand it. It's just it's a big thing right there. So we're gonna definitely see there's a lot of storylines that are going on. There's a lot of things that you don't know what's gonna happen. And let me even show you this one more time while we're on a commercial break. I want to show you my teams that I believe will win. These are the teams that I believe are gonna advance from the 20 to the 8. Now they're doing really good right now. They're in a position where if they win this ball game, Australia wins this ball game, they're in a position where it's a good chance they're going to the next round. It's a good chance. It's not guaranteed, but it's a good chance. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you the winner after this break. Matter of fact, the game is back, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me tell you who my winner would be. I'll show it to you right there. My projected winner for the World Baseball Classic, it is going to be, let me show you right here where we at. Let's see here, the USA. That's who I believe. I believe that they will beat the Dominican Republic this year in the World Baseball Classic, and I believe it's going to be a great game. A bunch of games. That's low 2-2. They still have Satori. Satori has done a really good job. 40 pitches he's approaching. So, he's already on his 40th pitch. So there's a good chance if he doesn't come out soon, this is his last time pitching in the World Baseball Classic pretty much. That ball's hit, and nice play by the second baseman. First baseman is there to cover. Went away. Nice play right there. So, you know, those are the team. I believe the USA will win the World Baseball Classic. Am I biased? I don't want to say I'm biased. I just really think the USA has a really, really good team. On paper, they're the favorites. I think that they're gonna do it because they're gonna play with a chip on their shoulder. But it's not gonna be easy. No, no way at all. It's gonna be moments where it's gonna look like they're gonna lose. Here's the pitch. It's outside 1-0. It's gonna be moments where it's gonna look like they're gonna lose, but they're gonna find a way to, make it happen to get the W. So Robbie Perkins, here is the next pitch. Strike one, 1-1 is the count. Satoria is pitching right now. So, we've just crossed over 300 people have joined this live stream at one time. That means a lot. That's low. And 300 people, that's a really, really big, it's a nice thing, to have people joining your live stream, being a part of it. It means a lot there. Here's the next pitch. That's gonna miss outside. 3-1 is the count right now. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube. But you know what's interesting? A lot of people are shy to leave comments. A lot of people are shy. We've had moments where we've had 12, 13, 14 people on at a time, and people, they're not even comments. I think people are a little shy. Strike two, full count. People are shy to leave comments. I don't know why people are shy to leave comments, but hey, no, regardless, I still appreciate you being here for this live stream. So we're gonna go right now. It's a full count. Satoria is set. He's dealing, and strike three. Satoria's been doing a really, really good job. Really, really good job keeping Czechia in this game, giving them a chance. They have 9 outs to play with. He's giving them a chance. He's giving them a chance to, to fight and get something. They don't need a miracle. It's only 3-1, but he's keeping them in this ball game. And if you see Satoria, you gotta like what he's doing. The first pitch he throws there, hit right to the right fielder. Inning over. Satoria. Shout out to Satoria. What a job. So we are going now to the we're going now to the bottom of the 7th inning in this game of the World Baseball Classic. Australia's down to their last 6 outs. Czechia, 9 outs. Can Czechia make a comeback? You can leave your comments. Do you think they're going to come back? Do you think they're going to win? Do you think Australia is going to pull away? Do you think the game's going to stay close? Let us see what's going to happen. We are live streaming on YouTube, on Instagram. Right now on YouTube, it says we have 10 people. Shout out to all of you that are here with us. It doesn't matter how many people are here with us. You can be sure I am absolutely ecstatic and hype to know that you have people that are willing to be there and support what you do. So I'm really, really excited about that. Really, really ecstatic about that. And this is it. We're here. The World Baseball Classic's going on, and you all have no idea how excited I am. Let me check here really fast. So I'm Sammy from Higher Expectations. Man, AI is absolutely unbelievable. The things that AI is doing is absolutely unbelievable. Like, it's ridiculous. But look, we're doing these live streams, and we're doing them, because baseball is a huge part of my life. I've been playing baseball since I was 9 years old, and I love it. I love baseball. I had a moment in my life from high school. 15 years passed and I didn't play baseball. And this past year, 2025, I played on a baseball team for the first time in 15 years. I never expected that to happen. In 2024, I coached my first baseball team for the first time in my life, a house league team. Last year, a door opened, God opened the door. I went from house league to a higher level, elite level, coaching a baseball team. And like, them playing on a baseball team, like playing baseball for the first time in 15 years, that is absolutely unbelievable. Like, I can't believe I played it that. How old are you? I'm not gonna say. I make myself laugh. I've always told, I've learned that people have told me, Sammy, you're really funny. People have told me, look, you make me laugh. And I believe that. But I make myself laugh, and if I can make myself laugh, that's good enough. I'm not even gonna lie. Here's the pitch. Game is back on. First pitch swinging. Foul ball, strike one. Man, let's see here. Satoria, they're showing the handshake. Satoria kept his team in this ball game. Look, I'm gonna make a comment after this. Give me a moment. We have a new pitcher for Australia. Hampton is in. The second pitch, he misses 1-1. I'm gonna make this. Look, some teams, I encourage people should believe in themselves. Let me see here real fast. Here's the next pitch. Swings at a bad pitch, fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Some of these teams, look, they don't have much favoritism or expectations. But I tell you, some of these teams are happy just to be able to showcase to the world. You know, here's the next pitch. Swings, stays alive, fouls it away though. Nice pitch, but he stays alive. Some of these teams are just happy to be able to stay and represent their country. Some of these teams, I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't have a chance, because I respect my opponents. I respect the game, the integrity. I respect that. Here's the next pitch, 1-2. He didn't go. Safe. He did not go. 2-2. I respect the integrity of the game. You have to respect the integrity. But like Czechia, there's not much expectations for them. There's not much expectations for them. But here's a pitch. Good take. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. They need a base runner. Can we see some drama? I would love to see some drama. We're in a position where Australia can't lose this game. Czechia can't lose it. Both of these teams need to win it. Swung at ball 4. It was a nasty pitch, but swung at ball 4, 1 out. Czechia, that was a nasty pitch though. Let's see it again on the replay. Yeah, it just starts straight and just dies down. It looked like a changeup. It's a nasty pitch, but he swung at ball 4. It doesn't change the way that he swung at ball 4. So, just the fact of Czechia being in this, they represent their country. They're happy. Of course, you want to win, but here's the next pitch inside, 1-0. But I know that just for some of these people to be here, like if I was on Czechia, just to give an example, I'm from the USA. I'm currently in Toronto. Here's the pitch, 1-1, 1-0, 1-1. Blue, you missed a call right there, Blue. Come on, that's not a strike. If I'm from the US, families from Puerto Rico, currently in Toronto. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit pretty well. And it is gonna drop. Okay. Oh, both center field and right fielder, the center fielder, they converged. One of them, it looked like the left fielder was gonna take it. Center fielder took it. He bobbled it. Ball got by. So that's gonna be. I'm gonna still say it's gonna be a single with an error. And Czechia gets a much needed runner in scoring position. So. Czechia, if look, I'm from the US, as I said. If you put me on Czechia, I'll play for them without a doubt. If I had an opportunity to play for Czechia, you think I'm gonna say no? I'll play for any of these teams in the World Baseball Classic. I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Any of these teams, if I don't care, even if I'm on the bench, any of these teams invited me to be in their team, you think I'm gonna say no? I'm gonna be there. So here's the pitch. Swinging at another ball, man. Come on. I'm gonna be there. Any of these teams invited me, even if I'm from the country or not, I'm not gonna say no to that. Why? Because it will be an honor to be on that stage, to be in the presence in that environment. It's gonna be unbelievable. It's unbelievable there. 0-2 pitch. Here's it comes. He went. Strike 3. Not even close. He went. You can't swing at that, man. A non-competitive at-bat. Absolutely a non-competitive at-bat. That's what you cannot be having at this time of the game. You cannot have an at-bat where the pitcher literally threw him almost 3 of the same pitches. And he swung at pretty much all of them. Come on. You can't make those mistakes. You got to make an adjustment. You can't let the pitchers manipulate you, even though it's easier said than done. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. The on-deck batter saw what happened to his teammate. He took the same pitch. He took it for a ball low. So you got to do. You got to be smart with these things. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Little dribbler to first base. Easy play. Inning is over. We are going to the top of the 8th inning, and Czechia Once again, they fail to score. Once again. So, if a team invited me to be in the World Baseball Classic, you think I'm going to say, no, I'm there. I will be there for sure. For sure, I will be there. Even if I'm on the bench, it's because it will be an honor. Even if it's not my country, it will be an honor to be in that environment, to be in that presence. So, you know, a lot of these teams, yeah, some of these teams are not going to win. They're not going to win. But the opportunity that they're having to be there to represent, it means a lot for them to be there. So take a quick look real fast. This is the all-time records. It's not updated. Let me even see if I could give a quick update right now. I have a little time right here. Again, my name is Sammy. I'm the owner of this page. I'm doing the how you call it. I'm doing all the editing, everything that you see here, the broadcasting is all controlled by me. I don't have I don't have somebody that can do this for me. So I'm doing it all by myself. And you best believe I'm enjoying it and I got to make it work, and I'm giving my absolute best to make sure that you can enjoy this live stream. So let me find here where I have them at. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look for Australia. Okay, Australia is number 15. Let me see here really fast. Give me 1 second. Yeah, my order here is a little difficult right now. I'm trying to find them to update some records right now. But these are coming into the World Baseball Classic. These were the records of these teams. These teams had these records coming in. And, some of these teams have gotten wins already. Some of these teams have gotten losses already. And for example, Czechia lost their first game. So you're going to see there, I just updated it. They are now 1-3. They're in danger of going down to 1-5. They're in danger. Danger of going 1-4. So, they really need to. They got 6 outs to play with, and they need to make something happen because it's not looking good right now. So I was trying to update it. I couldn't find Australia at the moment, but we're back in the game right now. Czechia has a new pitcher in the game, and they got Johnson in the game versus Kennedy. He throws him the second pitch of the inning, hit high in the air. Center fielder has it lined up perfectly. One away. So that's 1 out, and that is 2 pitches there you can see in this World Baseball Classic. So we are live on YouTube, live on Instagram, and we're here. We're going to be here for many games of the World Baseball Classic. Right now on YouTube, it says we have 7 people watching. On the stream, we've had more than 405 people join, and I appreciate all of you. Here's the next pitch in the dirt, low. Well, not in the dirt, but low. Ball 1. So they got Ryan Johnson in Czechia. They have him in. Pretty good numbers in the EXL. What's the EXL? What is the EXL? Let's see what's the EXL. That's gonna miss outside. 2-1. How many pitches? 5 pitches in EXL baseball. EXL is, hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit weakly to the left fielder. Carries a little bit. Man, the ball seems like it carries here in the dome. It's going to be 2 outs, though. 2 quick outs. So, look, these last few innings for both of these teams have been going fairly fast. So, the EXL, this is where this pitcher Johnson pitched at. It is the highest level semi-professional baseball league in the Czech Republic. So, hey, that's really good there. These guys, maybe they will never be in the MLB, but they're having a chance to play against MLB competition. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss outside. 1-0. So shout out to everybody on YouTube. We've had more than 400 people at one point join. Right now we have 8 people watching. I appreciate all of you. Grounded. That's going to get through. It's going to be a 2-out single for Australia. 2-out single there. They have a runner on first base. So, shout out to all of you that are watching. Don't be shy. Leave your comments. Who do you think is going to win the World Baseball Classic? What do you think is going to be the score? We're live also on Instagram. And I'm tomorrow the USA is gonna play. Like, the level of excitement I have for that game is gonna be epic for what's about to go down. All right, here's the pitch. He's gonna go toss over to first base. Safe. Okay, Aaron Whitfield. He plays in the ABL, Australian Baseball League. He hit 348, some really good numbers. But he's playing different competition now. Here's the pitch. Shows sacrifice. It's gonna be low 1-0. So, we're doing this live stream, and it's really, really interesting what we're about to see right now. Here's the pitch. That ball is grounded to the shortstop, easily flips it to the second baseman. Another quick inning. We're going now to the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 outs, and now Czechia, they have a chance. Can they muster together anything? Can they get any runs right now? Can Czechia, can they get anything? We're in the bottom of the 8th inning right now. So let me go back here to the all-time records. These are the all-time records of all of these teams, and you can see it right there. These teams have, they're being a part of this World Baseball Classic, and I know that for all of them, it is an absolute privilege, a privilege to be able to represent their country. Australia won. You can see that I'm updating for them. They are now 6-12. Where's South Korea at? Let me see if we find South Korea. Let's see where they are. South Korea, they won. So now they are 18-9. So there you go. I just updated these are the updated all-time records. Tomorrow with the teams playing is going to be a lot more updated, but these are all the teams that are playing in the World Baseball Classic. And I'll show you, in case you don't know, this here is the rules for the World Baseball Classic. First round is filled with 20 teams, 4 pools. Let me see if I could put this at the bottom real fast. Give me 1 second here. Where's the World Baseball Classic ticker? I'm gonna give you something there. All right, you can see it. So those 20 teams, they are right now in round 1. All of those 20 teams, and they're gonna be games in San Juan, Houston. This game right now with Australia and Czechia is in Tokyo, and Miami. The quarterfinals, when it's gonna go down to 8 teams, will be just in Houston and Miami, and the semifinal and championship game will be just in Miami. And let me see if I can show you something really fast. Where's the stadium at real fast? Can I show you the stadium? Where's the stadium at here really fast? There we go. So this stadium that you see right here, that's where the championship game is going to be at. In Miami, Florida. It's going to be there, and it's going to be amazing environment. Pitch count, each pitcher, 65 pitches in the first round, 80 quarterfinals, 95 semi and championship game. How to advance first round robin. Out of the 20 teams, 8 of them are going to make it, the top 2 teams of each pool that you see on the bottom. And then when it gets down to 8, single elimination. If there's a mercy rule, after 5, if you're up by 15, not in the case here. Game over. After 7, up by 10. So that's that right there. The game is back on. Let me go back here to the game. And we are back. Right, so Czechia, 2-0 count. 2-0 count. Nice, taking some pitch. They need base runners. Here's the next pitch. Okay, way to go, 3-0. So the Australian team has a new pitcher in, Van Steenson. He now has 3 pitches in this game. Let me go here. There we go. 3 balls, no strikes. If you're Czechia, you better not swing at this baseball. Don't swing right now. Don't swing. Don't swing. Ha! Good job. He did not swing. Strike 1. 3-1 count. Look, if I'm honest with you, I'm not swinging even here right now. Why? If it's me, why? If I hit a home run, does that help the team? Of course. But if I get on, that makes it a 1-run game, of course. Here's the pitch, 3-1. Misses outside. Good at bat. Way to take the pitch, man. Man on first base. Way to go. Good at bat. these at bats matter. We're getting close to the top of the order as well for Czechia, and this is the moment. We're getting close. So Van Stevenson, not what you want to do. Coming in the 8th inning of a game. This is a must-win game for Australia. It's a must-win game for them. So you got it in the bank. You need 6 outs. You cannot give up this game. So you cannot come in off the bullpen and walk a hitter. Second pitch misses outside. Another ball. 1-0. So he's thrown 6 pitches, 5 balls, 1 strike. Manager's, coach's worst nightmare. Here's the next pitch. Tough call, but it hit the zone. Strike 1. There is no ABS in the World Baseball Classic. There is pitch clock. That's what's keeping the game going a little faster, but there is no ABS. And here is the next pitch. Grounded. We have a double play ball right here. To the second, to the shortstop. Double play. Oh my gosh, man. Ah, boy. Double play. That wipes away everything. The rally is dead. Czechia is down to their last 4 outs of the game. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's officially midnight Friday. It's Friday midnight in Toronto, Canada, New York time. The clock has finally changed. In Australia, let us see what time is it in Australia. It's 4 p.m. Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Unbelievable. That pitch is outside. 1-0. Let me see what time is it in the Czech Republic. Let me see. Pitches off. Swings. Little nub shot. Barehands it. Easy play. Inning over. Wow. We're going to the 9th inning, folks. 9th inning. Wow. What time is it in Czechia? In Czechia, wow, it's 6 in the morning. So they're only 6 hours ahead of us here in Toronto time. So Czechia, they're 6 hours ahead of us. Australia is 14 hours ahead of me here in Toronto, Canada, New York time. And wow. So on YouTube, we've had more than 450 people view this, tune into this, and I appreciate all of you. But we're not getting no comments. Nobody wants to leave comments. I don't know why people are shy to leave comments. But regardless, we're here, more than 450 people. But soon, I know that there's lives where people have that worry. Oh, but I'm doing a live. What if nobody watches? Look. So what? I have right now on YouTube 6 people watching. Instagram, I had 3 people join. Nobody's on Instagram right now. So what? It don't matter. You do this stuff and you gotta make it happen. You gotta put your best foot out there, and you never know what could happen. Never forget the power of 1. So we're in the last inning of this game. Australia's in the driver's seat. Czechia, look, they lose this game, it's pretty much over. It's pretty much over where they will not advance in the World Baseball Classic. They still have 2 more games, guaranteed 2 more games, but they will not advance. That's just it. And Czechia, they scored 4 runs earlier, 1 run now. They scored 5 runs in 2 games. It's not the best. So they got to make something happen. Australia, on the other hand, they win this game. All they have to do is beat Korea or Japan 1 time, and they're in. They're in the next round. And I predicted Japan and Korea going to make it. So Australia, they're going to make a lie out of me, a mistake out of me. World Baseball Classic rules, tiebreakers. Let me see the tiebreaker rules. All right. So yeah, how does the tiebreakers work in the World Baseball Classic? I'm going to go over that with you really fast. I'm going to tell you right now the tiebreaker. Where's that at right now? All right, I'm going to find it for you because the game is back on. Top 9, first pitch, ball 1. Yeah, you see the Czechia manager. He's pissed off. Absolutely pissed off. Trying to light a fire under his team. Strike 1, swings at a horrible pitch. He's probably, something like that could be anger. Maybe you gave a sign and they didn't listen to it. you're frustrated because you've seen your team do and they're not doing now. It's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. But you know, we got to see right now. Here's the next pitch. Swatted foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson, his pitch count is up to 12. So let me see here. The tiebreaker rules. Where's the tiebreaker rules? Okay, tie-breaking rules. We're gonna go to that. Here's the next pitch. Up and high, 2-2. So the tiebreakers. If at the end of the pool play, teams within a pool are tied with an identical winning percentage, the ties shall be broken in the following order of priority. I wish I could put this on the screen. I'm gonna see to put it on the screen. That is gonna miss, and it's gonna be a full count. I won't be able to put it on the screen right now, but I'll tell you right after this pitch here. So Czechia is 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, 4 left on base. Australia is 1 for 4, 3 left on base. That ball's hit well. That ball's crushed. That ball's crushed. That ball is gone. Australia, a home run for Hall. Alex Hall hits an absolute bomb of a home run, and now Australia leads this baseball game 4-1, and that right there is putting Czechia in a tough position. Look how the tiebreaker goes. The team that won the games between the teams tied shall be given the higher position. So right now, Australia wins, they're 2-0. Czechia loses. Strike one. They are 0-2. That means they can't make it. Even if Australia loses their next 2 games, Czechia wins their next 2 games 2-2, Australia beats Czechia. That's it. They own it. So that this eliminates. Now, if Czechia loses now, are they eliminated? No. But Japan and Korea need to go 1-3. Need to go 1-3. That's the only chance. And Czechia needs to win both of their games. That's the only way. And they need help from Australia and Korea. Either Korea or Japan, one of them has to lose at the right time. So Czechia is putting themselves in a really, really tough position. Here's the pitch, 0-2 count. That ball is blooped, and it is going to drop in center field. He dives for it, and it gets by him. It's going all the way to the wall. He's rounding second base. He's going to make it easily to third base with a stand-up triple. And when it rains, it pours. Easily a baseball that you can't do that. His name is Chlup. C-H-L-U-P. Chlup dived for it. He didn't get a good jump on the ball. Really, really bad jump. He came fairly close to it. But, yeah, in that position, you just can't do that. Because that ball gets by you. A faster runner, it's an inside the park home run. And he's lucky his outfielder backed him up, his right fielder. You can't do that. We got a mound visit right now. So from that, if 3 of the or more of the teams are tied and one of those teams won against its of all the other teams is tied, then it will be placed in the higher spot. Similarly, if one of those teams tied lost its games against all the other teams it is tied with, then it will be placed in the lowest spot. The tied team shall be ranked in the standings according to the lowest quotient of fewest runs allowed divided by the number of defensive outs recorded in the game. Yeah, that's a lot of different stuff. At the end of the day, right now, the biggest thing is the tiebreaker. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss outside. Look, a sac fly right now gives them another run. Sac fly. We've had on this live stream, 492 people have joined. We're about to cross over 500, and that's huge. Here's the next pitch. Misses outside. 2-0. So I said to myself, I'm not going to do this game to the ending, and I deceived myself. I'm here to the ending of this game. Here is the next pitch. 2-0. Misses badly. 3-0. And everything's falling apart for Czechia right now. It is falling apart for the team right now. Boy, played a good game. It just couldn't come through in big moments. Not even close. 4-pitch walk. Runners on first and third now. Australia is looking to put this game away. They are looking to put this game away. We've officially had 500 people join us in this live stream in YouTube. On Instagram, we had Luis Dio Velma joined. I appreciate you joining right there. And we're making a pitching change right now. Let us see right here. Yep, pitching change. So a new pitch is coming in. Look, that ball right there, you can't dive for that. You have to keep that ball in front of you. You can't do that. So, you know, Czechia is in a position. Look, Czechia loses. They're eliminated. Not officially. They're eliminated where they can't be first place in the pool. They can't. So, this is a big game right now for them. This is a really, really important game, and they're not looking the best right now. So, we're seeing what's gonna happen. Game not over. I'm huge on that. Game is not over. So, that's a tiebreaker rule. Let me tell you something about the games Friday. Friday, in less than 5 hours, Japan and Chinese Taipei are gonna be playing. Cuba and Panama, 11 a.m. New York, Toronto time. Netherlands, Venezuela, 12 p.m. New York, Toronto time. Mexico, Great Britain, 1 p.m. New York, Toronto time. Colombia, this is where I'm going to be live streaming for sure. Puerto Rico and Colombia, 6 p.m. New York, Toronto time. All of the times are New York, Toronto time. 7 p.m. Nicaragua, Dominican Republic. 8 p.m. United States versus Brazil. Those three games, 6, 7, and 8, I plan to be doing those three of those games. And then Chinese Taipei versus Czechia, who we're seeing Czechia right now, they will be playing at 10 p.m. New York time. So, it's really, really big right now what's going on. And Czechia is in a position where it's not looking really good right now. Not looking good at all. But it's not over. You got to play the game till it finishes. You got to give your best, and you got to believe that you can be able to make it. You got to be able to believe that you could be able to make it. So we're going to see. So let me see here. You see the teams at the bottom there. Let me see here really fast. We are also on this journey, and I would like to motivate all of you, every single one of you. Let me see if we got it here. I'll do it in a few minutes, but I'll do it in a minute. The game is back on. We have a pitching change right here. The first pitch is going to miss. He's stealing second. He's out. Wow, that's bold. He tried to steal second. He got gunned out. And the runner from third didn't advance. So I think in the position like that, that's the Little League rule where you expect them to just give you the base. They didn't. They threw through and they got him. It was a ball. But hey, good job by the catcher there. Good job. He got him there. The runner couldn't advance neither. Wow. Good job. One out there. That helps Czechia. That really helps them there. Next pitch. Whoa, camera glitched like crazy. 2-0. That's going to miss outside. Camera glitch. I couldn't even see where that pitch landed, but I think it was outside. All right, here's the next pitch. From Czechia pitcher. That is blooped. It is in dangerous territory. It is going to drop in fair territory in front of the right fielder. Australia now leads 5-1. Wow. That is, talk about putting it in the right place at the right time. Australia now leads this baseball game 5-1. And it's not looking good for Czechia. Man, look, imagine how bad the offense has been for Czechia. This ball was placed in a perfect spot. Imagine how bad the offense has been for Czechia. Imagine they pulled together in the 9th inning rally. Oh boy, I would love to see that. Here's the next pitch, way outside, 1-0. So it's not looking good right now for Czechia. It's looking like they're gonna be at an almost impossible point to advance, being 0-2. But let's see what's about to happen. So here is the pitch. It's about to come right now. The pitcher's holding the ball for a while. He's going to release it. He throws it. It's going to be hit to center. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Wow. This is interesting right there. The center fielder. This is the crazy thing about baseball. The way he played that baseball right there, he played it like, I want no parts of letting what happened a few moments ago happen again. He played it conservatively. And that's the thing that baseball could do to you. He could have had a chance for that play, but he, because of that but diving for the ball and not keeping it in front of him, this time he decided, I'm not even going to dive for it. And it's another base hit first and second, 1 out. Australia is looking to put the hammer down. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss low, 1-0, and the pitcher can't throw strikes. He's not throwing strikes right now. Minarik is the pitcher for Czechia. They have Tim Kennelly, 271 in the ABL, 2 home runs, 9 runs. Holding the ball, here's the pitch. Way up high. Oh my gosh. A manager's worst thing is for a pitcher to come in and, not throw strikes from the bullpen. Czechia, you can see the disappointment in them because they know what's at stake in this game. They know that this game is important to win. They know how big it is. Here is the pitch. Way inside. Minarik cannot find the strike zone. He looks like Trevor Hoffman a little bit from the Blue Jays. Is he still with the Blue Jays? I think so. He looks like Trevor Hoffman a little bit. Yeah, this game right here, it's not looking good for 3-0 pitch. Way inside. The bases are loaded. Oh, boy. Wow. That wasn't even close. That was not even close. And the manager or the catcher's going for a mound visit right now because he's not even close. We're talking about the pitcher's rattled right now. And that's one of the worst positions you could be in when you are pitching, You are alone by yourself there. You got to compose yourself. He knows where he's at. He knows that the team is in a bad situation, but you got to make it happen, You got to make this stuff happen. Right now, we've had 526 viewers total on YouTube. I really appreciate all of that. Boy, wow, I appreciate all of that. On Instagram, let me see what else here. We've had 4 people. We've had Anna Rosa, Matthew, Sammy Jr., which is me. I had to check in my live. And Luis Del Velma. I appreciate the support from everybody. On YouTube, you can't see who's watching, but shout out to all of you that have dropped in and checked out this live stream. We got Travis Bazana. 1-0, here's the pitch. 2-0. He just can't find the strike zone right now. I mean, that's like 7 or 8 balls in a row, something like that. Minimum 6 balls in a row. Wow. Oh boy, this game is just about over. Here's the next pitch. 3-0. Oh boy. Ah, boy. Minarik, keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. Come on, you can fix this. He's 1 ball away from walking in a runner. And it's falling apart for Czechia right now. Absolutely falling apart for them right now. Here's the pitch. Finally, he gets in the zone. Strike 1. 3-1 is the count. If you're Bazana, do you swing here? I'm not swinging. I'm taking the pitch. I'm not swinging. But to each its own. Let's see what's going to happen. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, he swung 3-1. He's going to bloop it to left field. Not so deep. But deep enough where he's tagging, he's going home. Is he going to be out or safe? He is going to be safe. He makes it in. Wow, he tagged. And now Australia is leading this baseball game 6-1. Wow. Absolutely. What a huge momentum shift. And the thing about that's good, you could do challenges. They're making a challenge right now. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, he's out. He's out. He's out. The runner got there in time. He's out. The runner got there in time, but the batter, and that's going to be the ending of the inning. The runner got there in time, but think of the plate is here. The runner's foot stood up like this. It didn't get down. Wow, he's out. He's 100% out. I'm going to go ahead. Look, I'm going to deduct. I'm going to put 5 runs for Czechia. I'm going to put us in the bottom of the 9th, and I'm going to take away this inning 3 outs. That's what I'm going to do right there, because that's what I don't believe there's any way that he could be called safe on this. There's no way you could call him safe on this. Let us see what's going to be the call. Right now, it's still 6-1 on the screen, but I'm going ahead and saying that the inning's over. There's no way you could call him safe there. He got him, yeah. It's not even close. It's close, yeah, but no way. He's out. He's out. If you're here on the comments, is he safe or out? I don't know if you're watching. Oh, you're probably not watching the game like me, but on the highlights, you'll be able to see he is clearly out. But the umpire, man, Blue, how you missed that call, man? Come on, man. It's right in front of you, boy. Right in front of you, my guy. Let's see what's the call gonna be. And NBA note, Jason Tatum is returning back 10 months, about less than 10 months after tearing his Achilles, his left Achilles, if I'm not mistaken. He's coming back. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we're still waiting for a call here. We're actually in a commercial break. Did I miss something? Maybe I missed it. We're in a commercial break right now. We're in a commercial break. If I'm not mistaken, they gave it as I predicted. It was ruled and out. Let us see here. Yeah, it's in a commercial break, so I'm guessing there. So this is gonna be the last inning of this game. After the game, I'm gonna do a quick reaction, quick reaction. But let me go quickly to this. We are on the journey to 1,000 subs. I don't know how many we have right now, but I'm gonna take a quick look at my subscribers. I know we've had more than 550 people, more than 450 people, 447 have viewed this, and that means a lot. It says we have 10 right now. Leave a comment. We're in this journey. Let me see if we have any new subscribers. Currently, no, we're still at 461, but I would like to motivate you. Like, share, subscribe. Maybe you're not interested in the channel, but you know somebody that would be. Share this to them. Maybe you are interested. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications. We are in this journey where we're trying to reach, we're putting ourselves by March 15th, 10 days, to reach this journey to the first 1,000 subs. On Instagram, we've just crossed over 551 on YouTube. And Instagram, we haven't had many people watch, but hey, it's because here it's 12:20 midnight. And let's be honest, a lot of people in Canada are not worried about Australian Czechia game. That's just the reality. A lot of people in Canada are not worried. But now when Canada game comes, I think that a lot of people will be interested in that game for Team Canada, which they're going to be playing their first game on Saturday, and you can catch that here. Maybe you're from the USA, I will be live streaming that game here tomorrow. Maybe you're from Puerto Rico, I will be here from that game tomorrow. Mi español es un poquito. Mi familia es de Puerto Rico, más cuando yo estaba creciendo, yo estaba solo hablando inglés. Más ahora yo estoy en un tiempo que yo tengo que hablar más español. Yo tengo que hablar más español. So, mi español está bien. Más the game is on right now. Yeah, and exactly that. The runner was out. It's 5-1. We got Mitch Noonborn in the game. He's pitched in the AAA and AA in the minors. Okay, that's nice. Here's the pitch. He's going to miss low. It is going to be 1-0 count. Look, Czechia needs to get the bases loaded. That's the only chance. They have 3, 4, and 5 up. Can they manage a miracle right now? Here's the pitch. High. It is going to be way high. 3-0 actually. A little late there. 3-0. So shout out to everybody that's there. You know, I appreciate everybody that's joined this live stream, that's been a part of it, that's coming in, that's checked it out. It means so much. 4-pitch walk. So that's exactly what Czechia needs. They need base runners right now. The 4-pitch walk, they got their first base runner. Man, wouldn't it be crazy if Czechia scores 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs right now, and they were just down 3-1? You give up those 2 runs in the last inning. It's like, what are you doing? You know. So really fast, you can like, share, subscribe on this channel. It will mean a lot. Your support. That's 5 pitches out of the zone. Another ball there. So that's 5 out of the zone. And hey, Australia, you gotta throw some strikes, man. Come on, throw some strikes, man. But yeah. So we're on this journey to 1,000 subs, and it's a battle. But hey, we're not gonna give up. We're gonna keep going. Here's the next pitch. Swung, hit right to the third. Oh, he bobbles it. He has time. Okay, he had the double play, but I like the recovery. He gets the out at first, and there's 1 out. But see, okay, this is the problem I have with this. This is the problem I have. Czechia. This is where IQ and knowing the game comes into me. Bro, he's thrown 5 balls. Why are you swinging at the 6th pitch? Why? Like, then you give the pitcher confidence. This is not the first time this has happened. It's happened a few times. Why are you swinging at that pitch? Throws 5 balls. Here's the next pitch. 1-1. Throws 5 balls. You get walked, a man on. You hit a home run. You're still down 3-5. You decide, I'm gonna swing at this pitch. Why? I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. Here's the next pitch. Misses. 3-1. 2-1, excuse me. Like, why are you swinging at that pitch for? Why? That's one thing that just ticks me off. You swing at a pitch that, why are you swinging at it for? For what? What? You know, it's not helping the team. The next pitch, swinging at another ball. 2-2. This is where the IQ of the game comes in. Some people give up. I'm not saying that Czechia gave up, but I mean, come on now. Why are you swinging at these horrible pitches? You know, like those are horrible pitches to swing at. Pitches that you need base runners. The only chance Czechia has, you need to have the bases loaded right now. They haven't hit all game, so why not take some walks if they're there for you? Here's the next pitch, 2-2. Fouled away. Okay, you got to swing at that. That was too close to take. After this, I'm going to, as soon as the game's finished, quick reaction. I'm going to go get some soup, and I'm going to see if I could be back in less than 5 hours for the Japan game, which I'm excited for that one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, though. I'm going to try my best, though. Here's the pitch. Popped to center field. Easy play. 2 away. And Czechia is down to that final. These are the things that kill innings. They kill innings. It kills the inning. The pitcher throws 5 balls, and you sit here. Okay, I'm gonna swing at the 6th pitch. For what? Why? Now ever since that pitch, he's been more in the zone, a little more. That stuff frustrates me. Frustrates me a lot. All right, down to the final out. Here's the pitch. Nice throwing strikes. Strike 1. Oh boy, that right there frustrates me so much. You have no idea how much stuff like that frustrates me. Here's the next pitch right now. Another down the middle, pops it up. They're calling it. The first baseman's got it. And that will do it. This game is over. Australia is now 2-0 in the World Baseball Classic. Let me update there really fast. You can see it. Australia is 2-0. He pointed at the TV, so I point there as well. So, well, folks, that's it. That's the game. Game's over. Australia is now 2-0. Czechia is 0-2. Look, Czechia, the only chance Czechia has now to advance, they need to win their next 2 games. They cannot lose no more. They have to win the next 2 games. And they need to hope, because they can't pass Australia. They already lost that tiebreaker because they lost the head-to-head. But now they need to beat Japan, and they need to beat Chinese Taipei. And they need to hope that Korea goes 1-3. Oh snap! That's crazy, yo. A guy from Czech Republic, Czechia, was gonna shake the hand of Australia, and you could read his lip. He said, "Nah, I don't shake hands." That's weird. I've never seen that before. He said, "Nah, I don't shake hands." I don't know if that was a personal thing or what, but hey, look, game's over, fellas. 5-1. Australia is now. They're in a good position right now. If they win this next game, let me go here. I am going to update the standings right there as well. Let's go here real fast, and we're going to update the standings for Australia. Australia, where they at? Let's see where they're at. They are right there. Australia winning these last 2 games. They are now 7-12 in the World Baseball Classic. So they're making some noise. They're moving up. You see there, I have it updated. Now let's see where Czechia is at, and we are gonna update them. And unfortunately, it hasn't been good for Czechia, but you know, what can we say? They gotta keep pushing. It's just what it comes down to. You could give up now, or you can keep pushing, and you can't give up. So Czechia, with this loss, they are now 1-4 in the World Baseball Classic. So, of course, the winning percentage, I haven't updated that. I have to update that. But let us see here. 7, 12. Let's see here. We're going to leave that for now. All right, folks. So, my quick reaction, these last things before we get off. Shout out to everybody that stood with me on Instagram, YouTube. We've been live for more than 2 hours on YouTube. We've had 586 people join, and that means a lot. Instagram, we've had a few. My final remarks. Australia, shout out to Australia. Australia, if they beat Japan or Korea, one of these games, they're making it to the next round. They did what they were supposed to do in these first 2 games. They took care of business. Now, it's possible Australia could lose to Japan and Korea. It's possible. And then that will probably eliminate them. But Australia is in this position now. You win one, you're in. It's a great chance. Win one more, you're gonna be pretty much in. Now, Czechia, you gotta win the next 2 games, finish 2-2. And from 2-2, you gotta hope that Chinese Taipei, Korea, and Japan all finish 1-3. And that right there is a tough feat to reach. So Czechia had their opportunities. They just unfortunately could not get the big hit. And look, I didn't like their approach. They didn't have a good approach. If I was the manager, I'm not throwing shots at the manager, but because you could throw signs, but maybe players don't listen. If I was the manager, I'll tell these guys, look, you guys need to have an IQ. I would understand. I need to prepare them better. You need to have an IQ of the game. There's some of those pitches where it's like, look, you can't swing at that, man. You just can't do that. Not that pitch, but they swung at it. Positions where you need to be patient. You swinging. We're talking about some innings, first pitch, swing, 1 out. In 1 inning, 4 pitches, 2 outs after giving up the lead. It's like, and they got the lead 1-0. They were leading this game. So that's my reaction. That's my feedback from this game. We have 5 people on YouTube. Shout out for you that have stayed with me on Instagram. Shout out to you that have been with me on Instagram. The live stream is just about to be coming to the ending. And I'm going to finish off with these last 2 things. The first thing I will do is, so let us see right here. We're going to go here to my bracket winner. So this is the first thing I'm going to finish off with. This is my prediction. Now, I chose Korea over Australia. That prediction is not looking good right now. Where you see Korea versus the Dominican Republic, it could very well be Australia. It could very well be Australia. But hey, game's not over. Still got a lot of games to go. So this is my prediction. USA versus Canada, Puerto Rico versus Mexico, Japan, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Korea. From those games, I got USA, Puerto Rico, Japan, Dominican Republic. And then from those games, I got the USA versus Japan. And from Japan, from the USA and Dominican Republic, my prediction is the United States will win the World Baseball Classic. Hey, but the game's got to be played. I absolutely love respecting the opponents. I've had games in my life, sporting games, where we were supposed to win. We should have won, but we lost because we took the foot off the gas. Respect your opponents. So the last thing, we are on this journey to 1,000 subs. You can feel free, like, share, subscribe. Today, Friday, we're officially, right now in Toronto, Canada, it's 12:32 p.m. My plan, look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try my best to be back in less than 5 hours. Japan is going to be playing, let me tell you right now, in less than 5 hours, Japan will be playing Chinese Taipei. Now, Japan should win this baseball game. They should, but you still got to play the game. Why I want to do this game? Because I really want to see Japan, how they're looking. Because they're the second team. They're predicted to get back to the finals. Let's see what's going to happen, though. So on this channel, if you're interested, you want to see more of the live streams, you like what I'm doing, you like my work, you can like, share, subscribe. We're on this journey. And tomorrow, Friday, if we back in less than 5 hours, we'll be back. Other than that, we'll be back 6 p.m. New York time, a little earlier, Toronto time, 6 p.m. for the Puerto Rico game versus Colombia, 7 versus 7 p.m. Nicaragua versus Dominican Republic, and the big game that I'm most excited about, USA versus the Brazil, the team from Brazil. So that's it. High expectations, Sammy. Represent, don't give up, and keep working to make a difference in your life. The only things that could stop you is yourself, doubts, and you cannot do that. And let me even share this last thing. I made a post. We had on Instagram COD Rutvio. I'm not sure who that is, but COD Rutvio joined. I appreciate you joining on Instagram. My most recent post, let me take a quick look at that real fast on Instagram. I wrote something. I made a really interesting video, and I'm really okay. What was the message? It's something really deep. We got Anthony T6Q5Q, Dominican Republic, the best team. ¿Tú hablas español? Vamos a ver si este equipo van a ganar. If you don't speak Spanish, let's see if they're going to win. I'm predicting that Dominican Republic is going to make it to the end, the finals. But I'm predicting that the USA is going to beat them. It's going to be Aaron Judge versus Juan Soto. That's must-watch TV. Must-watch. Absolute must-watch TV. So, hey, I'm really excited for this World Baseball Classic. I am excited for these days to come. We got a marathon coming on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have games at nighttime. We got Monday, Tuesday. We got a lot of games ahead of us, and we're going to make it happen. All right. So, the message behind it, maybe you're the next person to impact the world. But if you give up on yourself, how can you impact the world? I'm going to say that one more time. Maybe you are the next person to impact the world. But if you give up, how can you make that happen? How can you impact the world? I finish off with that. My name is Sammy from Higher Expectations. I will see you for more live streams, World Baseball Classic, MLB season, NBA season, college basketball season. I will see you for the NBA playoffs, MLB playoffs. I did some football games. I will see you all very, very soon. And I leave you with that. Shout out to everybody. We've had 599 people on YouTube join this live stream. Can we get 600 right before we get off? Let's see if we're gonna get 600 right before we get off. I'm gonna wait one more moment. Let's see if we could get that 600. I'm gonna give less than a minute. Where's the timer at right now? Less than a minute. We got 1 minute. Can we get that 600? I know I wanted to finish off with that thought, but let's see if we could finish off with that 600. If you give up, how can you impact the world? You won't be able to. This is why I tell you, don't give up. Don't give up. Believe in yourself and keep fighting. Keep believing in yourself. The World Baseball Classic, that's it. We've crossed the 600 mark. I appreciate every one of you on YouTube, Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram that have joined. You've supported this live stream. I appreciate you. I will see all of you. And remember, I'm saying it a lot. If you give up, maybe you're the person that's going to impact this world. Maybe you're the person. You're going to leave a positive impact in this world. But if you give up, how can you make that happen? Don't give up. See you all soon. Have a good one.